Good morning, Dubai. Happy Thursday. Welcome back to the Lovin Dubai show, where we go through the top trending stories that everyone across the country is talking about. Our top story for you today: the UAE calls for global condemnation of the Rafah attacks.
Parents urged to protect kids this summer.
We're talking about the big concert upcoming, Atif Aslam and Abida Parveen performing together for one magical night.
As well, coming soon, you guys, Chipotle is finally opening in Dubai.
And we'd love your thoughts on it. Do you care? Do you not? Also, the Dubai company announces 1 year maternity leave, and they announce something nice for paternity leave also.
It's 236 days since the genocide began on October 7 in Gaza. The current death toll stands at 36,050. The number of injured people is 81,026, and 1.9 million people have been displaced from their homes.
The weather today, it is wet out. I'm not sure if that classes as a weather type. Temperatures in Dubai will reach 40 degrees Celsius today, with humidity highs of about 80%. Later on in the show, we will talk about how to protect yourself from the heat. But jumping into our top story today, you can see behind us, the UAE calls for global condemnation of the Rafah attacks. On Wednesday, the UAE mission to the UN spoke out on Palestine. His Excellency Ambassador Abu Seba delivered a statement on behalf of the Arab group in the Security Council, briefing on the situation in the Middle East, including the Palestinian question, where he stressed that attacks on camps of the displaced people in Rafah since the beginning of this week require explicit condemnation from the entire international community.
He also stressed on the Council to positively and constructively engage during the negotiations on the draft resolution proposed by Algeria, which aims to stop the Israeli military attack on Rafah and demands an immediate ceasefire. He said Israel's requirement to respect its obligations under international legal framework and to stop its illegal actions.
Finally, he stated the imperative of making all possible efforts to save the two-state solution, end the occupation, stop the violence, and establish security and stability in the region. We will continue to monitor this situation closely, the efforts of the UAE mission to the UN. Further updates are available on Lovin Dubai website and, of course, all of our social media platforms.
So let's jump to our next story. As I said, it's summer, and parents are urged to protect kids this summer. It's summer, and summer in Dubai is not easy. We can all agree on that as adults, and we cannot bear being outdoors, and we rush in for the AC. Being outdoors is beautiful, but if we cannot bear it, then kids for sure can't. And so parents, we were urged to protect their kids this summer.
Okay, so here are the hacks to help your kids. Follow the following steps. They may seem obvious, but here they are. Avoid afternoon activities. And this was one that went viral on TikTok. Do not cover your stroller with cloth. This surprised me. It increases heat, and it basically makes the stroller itself just become super duper hot. Also, of course, do not leave your children inside cars. Temperatures rapidly are increasing, and it can lead to death.
Parents, for sure, of course, love their babies, and so, of course, you can use bright neon-colored swimsuits if you're going, to the beach or to the swimming pool and water, especially at the beach. So it's easier to keep an eye for them, and there are, of course, many other ways that you can protect your baby and yourself as well. And we have no doubt that you will be able to protect your babies. And by the way, let me tell you something: that the heat in Dubai is a lot. I'm not gonna say
it's a lot.
I was trying to be like
diplomatic.
Very diplomatic. I was trying to, but
it's okay. It's a lot.
Yeah, I came in the office with like my hair tied.
This morning, it's just like, I feel like, that Monica from Friends.
Yeah.
It's the humidity. Like, there's no saving yourself. But as adults, we can make decisions. But kids, we need to jump in and protect them any way possible.
That is true. And by the way, I just loved the hack of like, do not put a cloth if your kid is in the stroller, because then they don't have access, of like fresh air to breathe, and it's like you're suffocating them, and we do not want our babies to have any breathing problems, and we do not want them, of course, we want them to be safe.
And I think the hack is kind of the wrong word here. I think it's more like advice, like general advice that we should follow. One of my favorite, this might be more of a hack, is, okay, so obviously AC is amazing. We're blessed and privileged to have it. But when you go into like I don't know, like when you get onto an airplane or when you go into a hotel and you're super duper hot and when they give you those cool towels and you just press it against your neck and it's just like, oh, so good. Right?
That is true.
It's like my favorite thing.
That is true. That is true. And
you can do that for the kids.
That is true. And by the way, speaking of like water, there are like, for example, like what my mom would do is she would fill up, if I'm going to the beach, an empty bottle with like water. Specifically, like, I don't know, she uses rose water because, I don't know, she likes it more. But like,
your mom is the best.
She is.
Rose water at the beach, how lovely.
Literally, she was like, oh, Farah, take this. This is for you to not feel hot, to do this and do that. But she you know, like, you can spray that. And my God, I remember this one
fancy spritz got you.
Literally, it's like, it feels so good. I once got so hot at at a garden. I was really young. I was like, what, like 15, and I couldn't handle it. I literally asked from like the supermarket, like 2 bottles of water, and I just like in my clothes. And the guy was like, "Oh my God, this girl is crazy."
If you have the water, you're lucky. Yeah, right.
Literally. But also, by the way, you can get like, I don't know, like fans to have.
Fans are good. Yeah. I remember I was just thinking, like, when have you ever, like, you're right. The weather is a lot. Mother Nature during summer, we need to protect ourselves as best as we can. I remember we had a company trip and it was in July and it was down in Serbanias Island where they have a nature reserve. And we had the option on the morning to either go for a cycle through the nature reserve or do something else. Stupidly, me and my brother, who's very fit,
of course,
we chose the cycle.
Of course, I mean, but
I'm not fit, right? He is extremely fit. So off we go with a guide. We have probably like 4 of those mini bottles of water, and we get in, and immediately, I'm not sure if it was my body reacting, but I just realized that I was far from AC. We didn't have a lot of water, and I just lost it. Like I had a complete like weather panic attack.
Oh my God.
And there wasn't that much shade, and it was like we like crouched in under a tree and they had to call the van to come and pick me up. But I really lost it. Like I couldn't breathe, and then for the whole day I couldn't join in the activities. Yeah, it was,
I'm so sorry.
But I think it happens. I was just like freaking out because I was like, it's so hot, there's not enough water and we're going too fast, so I just had to crouch behind a tree in shade.
I'm so sorry you had to go through that. I feel so bad, but I mean, honestly, Casey,
I'm okay now. I lived.
Look, you should never, ever try to, I don't know,
exercise in the summer.
I mean, not exercise in the summer. I mean, try to match with rich.
Yeah, fair.
You know what I mean? Like I swear to God, like I mean, I want to be him, but but of course, you know, the moment that you were telling me that you guys had the option to like either go cycling or something else, I'm like, yeah, of course he went cycling. Without even you, before even you told me, I was like, okay, well, of course he went. Of course he did. Of course he did.
I remember turning around and saying, "Are you okay?" Because I was really like, my body just felt like it was like really crumbling, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm all right." I was like, "Oh." Makes it so much worse. Anyway,
sweat.
Let's jump into our next story. I want to get your thoughts. Are you excited about this next announcement?
So, of course, I have always wanted to try it. Chipotle is finally going to be opening in Dubai. Now, fan fave American fast food chain, known for its bowls and tacos, is set to open its first restaurant in Dubai this October.
Yes, it is. Chipotle is a chain with 3,200 locations, and they're coming to a branch in JBR. Now, get ready. We don't usually kind of make these big announcements, but this is a firm favorite on TikTok, as you can see behind us. And they're bringing their tasty goodness to Dubai. Is this something you care about? Is this something you want to try? What do you think?
I honestly cannot wait. So all I'm thinking is, you know what? What's next? Is it going to be in and out? We don't know, but...
my days.
Look, at this point, let's maybe first of all try Chipotle together.
Okay.
Right? I honestly, I remember like, you know, when I was like younger, I used to watch YouTube a lot. And I loved watching vlogs. And I would watch vlogs and it would be like, oh yeah, so I'm going to go and try Chipotle. And I'd be like, I would Google, is there Chipotle in the UAE?
And everything is here, but can I be totally honest with you? I love fast food and I love good burgers and I love Mexican. I'm not that excited because I feel like, I feel like these are flavors that you have to grow up with to love. Like, like a McDonald's burger, it's not that great, but it's only because I love it, but it's because I grew up with that taste. And because I've been to America 3 times and I've always wanted to go to In-N-Out. And the last time I went, I finally got there and I was so excited. You don't know, I love burgers so much. And when I sat down and had my first bite of In-N-Out, I was so disappointed. I was so disappointed.
Oh my God.
Dubai burgers are up here.
In-N-Out is to Casey's down here.
I'm gonna get thrown off the show for that opinion, but I just think we have really great burgers, and I didn't think In-N-Out, and I think you have to know the flavor to love it.
Yeah, I honestly agree with you, but I think you know what? It's like, of course, it's like Al-Bik. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like people have to grow up with it to love it, and everyone's like, "Oh my God, Al-Bik, Al-Bik, Al-Bik." I'm like, "Fine, like Al-Bik, like let's go try it." I tried it, and I promised Casey, I was like, I prefer McDonald's.
That's what I mean. I think you have to, and I still haven't tried Al-Bik, which I feel quite bad about. I need to really try it, don't I? But it's that flavor that people grew up with and they loved, and that's why they're obsessed. And you'll love it for the rest of your life. But for those who are just being introduced, we have better options out there. But Chipotle, when it comes, we'll definitely go and try it.
We should go try it together.
We'll go and try it together.
We should. And we should as well, be like, hi, so this is for the Lovin Dubai show. We're trying these, and we are going to be as well rating them. So this is very basic. Sorry.
Whoa. For example. You haven't tried it. Any excuse to go and try something new. Okay, let's jump into our next story. We're super excited about this one. Atifa Aslam and Abida Parveen are performing together for one magical night. Prepare for an unforgettable night. It's all happening on June 1st at the Etihad Arena in Abu Dhabi as legendary musical icons Atifa Aslam and Abida Parveen take the stage for Symphony of Stars.
Honestly, it's very exciting. I'm very excited for that because, of course, the Lovin Dubai, the Lovin Abu Dhabi is the proud media partner for this remarkable event, which will feature all their beloved hits along with special guest performance. So, of course, don't forget to experience the magic of their music in this must-watch celebration.
Don't miss out. Get your tickets now on Platinum List and enjoy the big night. Can I just say we are blessed to be involved with many concerts that happen across the country, and sometimes we get tickets and we're always able to share them with our audience as competitions. But this is the one concert that I've had a lot of people message me about. So if you want to get tickets, I would say snap them up now because they will not last. It's going to be really nice.
I agree with you.
Jumping into our final story of the day, this got a lot of engagement over the week. So, of course, we had to talk about it. The Dubai company announces 1 year maternity leave. So this is great news for mums and dads. If you happen to work at this international law firm, Baker McKenzie, you are the MVPs of the week. They announced they are enhancing their parental leave policy. This policy is applicable to all employees and reflects the firm's commitment to supporting its employees during their exciting family growth journey and based on equality.
So, moms who have completed at least 1 year continuous service with the firm will get up to 52 weeks leave. You guys, that's honestly amazing. 26 weeks of which is at full pay. Similarly, of course, fathers are also eligible for an enhanced paternity leave, which is as well going to be at full pay. So, of course, this is very exciting and with a lot of benefits.
So this is a significant increase from the labour law, which is applicable to the majority of us, which is currently at 60 days, 45 days full pay, 15 days half pay versus this company, which is offering a year. But it's interesting because we shared it and, one of the comments was like, why is this even news if it's only one company doing it? Mm-hmm. Expecting moms are only getting 45 days calendar days pay. So why even talk about this one company? But I think it's important when companies are trailblazers in a certain way to have the conversation.
I agree with you. And you know what? The thing is It's like a domino effect. You know, like now this company is making it, and then you would find another company trying to go follow actually the lead of this company, and then it's gonna be like, you know, like it's like a domino effect. But I honestly, like, let's talk about the company like right now. I just like appreciate the fact that they are appreciating that moms actually need to stay for so long with their newborns
and dads,
and dads as well, literally, which is like honestly amazing. Like yes. I mean, okay, look, yes, that's true, but like, you know, like nothing can replace a mother. You know what I mean? I like, there's like this belief that there's like no one can replace a mother.
True, but I feel like if dads only have 5 days, I feel like it's important to build the bond because we're building a bond with this human for 9 months, and then the baby comes out. And I think it's actually really important for dads to have time as well, because if they go straight back into work, they don't have time to create that bond, while I think the mom and child bond is already there.
I mean, I don't know, but I think as well, because like when the mom, like let's say she's a new mom, right? And she just like does not know how to coordinate her day-to-day tasks of like cleaning the house, cooking, organizing, and so on, and her job and her new baby. Like I'm just imagining, you know what I mean, how it would be like exhausting.
To all moms out there who have worked the labor and gone back to work, like you are amazing. We know it's not easy, and I think a lot of the comments kind of just represented that. But one that struck out to me, it just makes me laugh. They said, if I worked in this company, I'd have a baby every year. And I was like, oh, yeah. You're living in 2025. I mean, why not? Funny. Let's have a baby year and let's not go back to work. But I think like this is just respecting employees that like, yes, they want to work, of course, and it's respecting the fact that no, they won't have babies every year. Like it's ridiculous, and it's not even financially viable these days, unfortunately. But it's, you know, giving them the option, 6 months paid, 6 months unpaid. I think they didn't actually say on the second 6 months how much the pay was going to be. But it's taking that year of family time if you need, and then saying that going right back into work, you know, you won't have lost your position, nothing in your position will change, and you'll go right back to where you left off. But it's giving a fair amount of time, especially if you've had surgery, if there's complications with the birth, anything can happen. It's just giving a fair amount of time. Baker McKenzie are an international company. So I think they started in the States, in Boston, Chicago, and they're taking their rules from what works internationally. And I think that is the case in some companies here. What works internationally they have, but it's the general local labour law policies that are at 45 days.
I honestly agree with you, and I think honestly like the best thing that they are doing is just like maybe because, as you said earlier, that they are recognizing that mothers and fathers, they need maybe this family time. They need to, I don't know, like adapt to their new life with the new baby, whether it's baby number 2 or whether it's baby number 1 or whether it's baby number 3. You know what I mean? It's still different. Adapting to like, let's say 3 babies, it's going to be different than adapting to 1 baby, or like let's say adapting to a new baby when you've never been a mother. That itself is like hard work, you know what I mean? It's like learning a new job
and changes.
A lot of like new tasks and so on. It is life changing. So the fact that they are actually, you know, showing a lot of respect and a lot of, I would say, they're very empathetic with the mothers and the fathers as well, and recognize their needs. You know, they for sure, you know, of course, the employees are going to show them back, you know, with work when they're going to be back. Yeah, for sure.
One should hope. One should hope.
Of course.
On the comments, we have someone saying great advancement. We agree. Guys, that brings us to the end of the show on this beautiful Thursday morning. Thank you so much for your comments. We do love to read them before, during and after the show. We also go live in podcast format, so if you missed the full show and you'd like to listen later on your drive home, you'll find us wherever you get your podcast from. Thank you, Farah.
Thank you, Casey.
Bye-bye. We'll see you tomorrow morning, same time, same place.